For our challenge, I wanted to build an empire in Starsector, and with the rampant use of unsanctioned AI, I did just that. Alas, terraforming worlds costs a fortune, a lot of time, and ancient tech that is extremely hard to find. Besides, the major factions were not yet done trying to destroy the little Penelope Star Empire, and if one wants peace, one has to first go through war. But before we go to war, there's a couple of administrative things we have to take care of, like figuring out where the Pather bases are that are trying to annoy us, and visit the academy where I left that administrator behind quite some time ago. Let's see what he learned. Oh, he's got industrial planning now. That's definitely worth it. In the meantime, Zuthus, our toxic world, which is terraforming the toxic atmosphere away, has also finished the stellar mirror, so we're gonna get rid of extreme cold as well, and then maybe it's gonna stop losing so much money per month. Now let's go destroy the Pathers. Ooh, actually, first I'm gonna go destroy those Hegemony investigators because they have that Nibelung ship that I wanted to grab before. It's showing its back to me. Interesting choice. Well, it's probably counting on all the pressure that the rest of their ships are pushing on me. That's fine. We'll push back, don't worry, Hegemony. I did not expect the Nibelung trying to flank me, to be honest. Now let's make sure we do not completely destroy it, because I would really like to grab it back if I could. Or maybe I guess it won't be mine. I'm gonna steal their Prometheus. That's gonna allow us to carry a lot more fuel. Also, there's my Nibelung. I am gonna have to use a story point for it, and it's got 4 D mods, but yeah, we're taking it. So Nibelung is a broadsider ship, but if it's flown by AI, it's kind of hard to convince it to broadside. We got a bunch of Hellbores up here. They're very cheap because we have the parallel targeting core. Is that one? No, broadside mounts, that's the one. It reduces the OP cost for large mount weaponry by 10, which is huge. And then it's got some anti-shield over here, so it is slightly broadsiding. I didn't want to put more over here because it's kind of struggling. Also, we now know about the Luddic Path attack. It's happening. They're gonna prepare around the base that I'm about to destroy. And since I am in the MVS area, this Dominic light cruiser could be the one, so I'm just gonna buy it. 150k, let's go. It's got a built-in missile pod already, which is kind of cool, but we can't really outfit it right now because we are in space, so we're just gonna carry it with us. Now, Pathers, show me where your base is at. This is a big place, could be anywhere. That's a lot of ships. We're gonna test out our Nibelung. We'll see how it performs in combat. As long as we stick together, we should be fine. Nobody should get rammed or anything like that. Jesus. Yeah, that's the Pathers right there. But their ramming maneuvers are, let's be real, not the best against my fleet. So far, none of them managed to survive yet. And I do see that Nibelung is nicely broadsiding, although it just got rammed in its engines. Ooh, and my Nibelung is all the way up front. It is trying to broadside phase ship, so I don't think that's gonna go that well. It's hurting a bit right now. It's out of the way. Don't worry, Nibelung, Daddy's coming. Holy shit, that is a lot of dead ships. But there is always more. And luckily we have plenty of fresh ships to deploy. And of course, plenty of Pathers to kill again. Their suicidal zeal is like really impressive. These guys should think about some safety regulations, I think. I know that they all want to meet their god, but I don't think this is like the best way to do it, is it? But then again, who am I to judge them? Oh, Luddic Path has been defeated. That's probably the easiest colony crisis we had so far. Now, let's destroy this Pather base. It does have some protectors. Oh no, if we can take it down before the protectors can even get here, that would make things a lot easier, probably. Just like the rest of the Pather forces, these guys should be pretty easy to deal with. I did get rammed. That was fun. But I don't think it was fun for them at all. There you go, that should do it. Now, all we have to worry about is the Remnant raid that is coming in 2 weeks with 5 fleets. Since I did promise to turn Ithaca into a true paradise. Yes, I know it's a Terran world, but we can go further. We can spend 600,000 and try to create the climate sculpting project. What we do need, though, is an artifact, like an AI core that we can slap in there. I'm gonna go see if Chicken's got that. And of course, while I do my peaceful things, Luddic Church wants to saturationally bombard Zuthus because they are dicks. Chicken does have the terraformer brain print. Oh, this is gonna cost us 900,000. but we're buying it. And then I'm spending 600k and we are building that climate sculpting program over here. Let's go. Alright, the Remnant raid has now arrived into my system. We're losing 2 stability and 20% accessibility. Oh, also, all the megapores that I queued up last time has been completed. Who's this? Oh, there they are. They're trying to attack my station. They were fleeing, so we got some gamma cores for free. Let's find if there's more of them around. Oh yeah, I see a bunch of them around Trinakia, and I think there are some around Ithaca as well. There's quite a few of them, and they do have a Radiant. Unfortunately, I can basically only get my main ship in because, well, we have the station and all the other supporting forces here already. But that is a star fortress. They're definitely beelining straight for it though. Do not worry though, for daddy's coming again. Just little ships, get the fuck out of my way so I can attack here, please. There is no way for me to get to the Radiant right now, so I'll just have to take care of the little ships first. It is actually hurting quite badly versus the station. Let's go! That is my station, boys. If we could get an alpha core out of this, I would definitely celebrate. And you know what? It is actually good to be fighting with the forces of my empire. That's like the emperor fighting alongside his army. That was a beautiful victory. Unfortunately, no alpha cores for us. And the Remnant raid has failed. Let's go. And on Ithaca, we can now install that terraforming core. And I can finally refeed this pizza slice. I put on a Giga Cannon. I'm not yet convinced if it's got the flux to, well, take care of it. We'll see. We'll see how it's gonna perform. But I should go and see if I can find some more officers. I did see that Statia actually got hurt in this fighting, and his battle station has been disrupted. You know what? Maybe it's time we Star Fortress this one as well. It did finish its commerce, so it's making a lot of money over here per month. So it would be worth protecting it, I think. They do have a steady mercenary officer. Yeah, I'm gonna recruit her, and she can fly our new pizza slice for us. Now, in my quest to make every planet out here in Penelope's system as close to paradise as possible, how about we check these 2 barren bombarded worlds, and we start with Gigi. You know what? We're renaming this one. It's got moderate ore deposits, it's got no atmosphere, and it's hot. We can fix her, but it's definitely not gonna be called Gigia. It's gonna be another planet that's gonna be losing us money, but that's fine. We'll be fixing her. Other places are making us plenty of money. And speaking of wasting money, there's a bunch of Kabalites attacking Trinakia station. I will not allow this. And as soon as showed up, they decided to flee. And I'm gonna take their version of MPG. Yeah, this is now mine. So I slapped on a Hurricane Merv up here, and we have some antimatter blasters for strike up front, and this kinetic blaster from Lion's Guard for anti-shield. Now, if the Kabalites weren't interrupting me, there was something else I actually wanted to do here. And that was, I wanted to make sure that Hera here is not gonna be so lonely. And while Calypso here is worse, it's got, what, low gravity as well, but low gravity isn't that bad because that's extra accessibility. It also has sparse ore deposits, so I don't think we're gonna be doing much mining here, but still, we are establishing a colony here as well. So now that's 2 colonies making us no money. Hera and Calypso. We do have the church arriving to Zuthus in like 5 days. If we could intercept them, that would be great. I already see them. There's one, there's the other. Oh, they have their big cathedral again. It gives me the chance to try out this new cruiser in a battle. I don't think it's gonna be anything too special in battle, but then again, it's only 20 deployment points, so that's not really that bad. It does get to use its Giga Cannon on this Punisher, and of course its missiles. But hey, it's doing great, so good test. But after that victory, instantly, I got intercepted by Commerce Raiders. You know what? I like it. Let's go. If the Tritech think that they can commercially raid me, well, they should think again. We're gonna get, again, bonus points for destroying this fleet, so we get a bit closer to the point where they're gonna send the bounty hunters after us. Worry not, Steve Carrick is ready for that. We took down everything that came at my empire so far. We'll take down those guys as well. And you know what? I'm gonna take this Bombardier. It's got like 4 D-mods, but also it's got ITU, resistant flux conduits, and flux distributor already built in. So yeah, let's grab it. That was just plus 18 for the commerce trading. And now we have to deal with the cathedral. There's also a single lonely retribution trying to get towards us. I don't think that's a great idea, buddy. Nope, it was not a great idea. I didn't see that my Ashfall over there has got like a death wish. I think he just used the Pather tactics against the Luddic Church. But now it's time to deal with this big boy. Me and Estreza together, I think we can do great things here. Yeah, that cathedral stands not a chance. Even though it's got quite a fighter support and there's a lot of smaller ships flying around trying to defend it, it just can't quite survive our combined firepower. Yep, it's just gone. And like that, the fleet is gone as well. 2 new D-mods for our Ashfall. Well, I guess we'll take it. And with that, the Luddic Church expedition failed. At Ithaca, I outfitted our new cruiser. We got ion beams, graviton beams, just, you know, to annoy them with some tac lasers over here, but then Sabos, harpoons. This is basically a missile boat with long-range beams to just keep on the pressure. Now, I do have quite a lot of demodded ships in my fleet, so I'm gonna have to leave some behind, because otherwise none of them are gonna get repaired. And now you can finally do some exploration with no imminent danger to our colonies. There's a high warning beacon system. Okay, I probably should not have been checking this out. That's a lot of ordos there. Look, I'm not here to kill remnants. I just want to explore a bit. And I have found a destroyer. Okay, now nothing special, I guess. None of these worlds here have ruins, but these ones over here do. And if I can get rid of these guys chasing me, maybe I can survey them. Oh, let's go. But it's only just food. I can trade that food for marines on this planet, so you know what? Yeah, hell yeah. There's also a Remnant Nexus and a mining station next to it, which has a biofactor embryo. Let's take it and risk an explosion. What could possibly go wrong? Woo! Okay, that was a big explosion. Now, since we have not fought a Remnant Nexus before, this is gonna be a tough battle. This is usually much stronger than your normal battle stations. It also does not have any support currently, so we'll see if we can slowly but surely overwhelm this thing. Also, I am for the first time using my new Bombard, and it's lasering nicely. It's got plenty of missiles to drop in here. So far, so good. It is kinda overfluxing, so hopefully it pulls back for a bit. But I feel like this station it's ready to go down. Luckily for me, I got my fleet to support me. That was a good fight. Can we get an Alpha Core? We can get an Alpha Core. Let's go. Now I think we get out of here. Now, let's check all of these systems over here. Also, Ithaca finished building its climate sculpting project. It's now going to take 1 year. And by the way, we are now making $1 million per month. Yeah, it's pretty good. I found a Tundra world over here with Sentinel Gantry, so I'm gonna check this out. There's a 14 battle group Eagle and a 14 battle group Enforcer, both with 5 D mods. What? We have like a lot of D mods to repair right now. Maybe we're not gonna take you guys quite yet. Maybe on our way back home. Found a supply cache. We ate a couple of drugs. And that barren desert world's got some ruins. Widespread, let's go. Give me something good. It gave me a corrupted nanoforge. Meh. And more ruins. That also didn't have anything special for us. And even more ruins. Once again, nothing special. Come on, give me something. Oh, it's giving me a research station right in there. This is gonna hurt us a lot. Oh, we don't have that many supplies left. We're gonna try. Let's emergency burn in there. Was it worth it? We got Lazy Horn Warp Projector Blueprint, Accelerated Shields, Unstable Shields, and, well, a bunch of weaponry. How about on the second search? Nope, just integrated armor. And Cassadar is right next door, so we can go repair there. Cassadar is independent, right? Yeah, we're still hostile to independence. Maybe not. Maybe instead we return to civilization for now and load up on supplies. Now, looking to the items that we have stored over here, I still have one atmospheric sublimator, which allows the creation of breathable atmosphere, and one stellar reflector core, which allows us to fix how hot a planet is. And both of these, Hera and Calypso's, got issues with hotness and no atmosphere, so we need double that. But I guess since Hera was settled first and it's getting mining, we're gonna build the atmospheric pump there first. Also, since let's be real, we are a proper empire now. We really don't need to be part of the Reuter Union anymore, right? Like, these guys were great friends with us. We were friends. It was good. I went to war with their enemies and they helped me out along the way. We now stand alone, so I will resign my Reuter commission here. At least I'm no longer at war with independence. What I should do now is go to Ithaca, our capital, and we should build an embassy over there where we can then place ambassadors from other factions. And funny enough, Persian League now invited me to an alliance, which is basically the same alliance we were kind of part of before. So Persian League and Reuter Union, I think I will accept, because now I will be a proper partner of this alliance, not just a little part of Reuter Union. So I will be able to vote on matters when it comes to war and peace. And now if you look at the alliances, we are the strongest, because Persian League's got 12 markets, I've got 10, Reuter's got 4, and compared to the rest of them, I think Unified Empire is the second one, because Hegemony's got like 16. Diablo and Legio, they have 5 and 8 each. I think they started with like 2 each, so they have taken a lot of stuff over. They have been strong and we are fighting them. Also, I am visiting the academy on Trinakia again. Our administrator has finished working on here and now has fleet logistics and industrial planning, which means let's get more of these guys training, right? I'm gonna assign my new level 2 guy to Calypso. This guy had no skills before, now he's actually got some. And then I am gonna fly over to Prison Freeport. We're gonna visit Chicken and see if we can fix more of our planets. Also, Boris has grown to level 5 and is actually making some positive money. That's great to hear. My boy Chicken actually has another atmospheric sublimator. We're taking that. Yeah, that's gonna be 450. I'm also gonna go buy this tectonic attenuator. That's for tectonic activity, and I think another planet in our system has got tectonic issues. Yeah, that's Ismara, the methane continental world that is like 275% hazard. It's got a lot of issues. Poor light, extreme weather, dense atmosphere, tectonic activity, extreme cold, but that's all there in the future. You know what, Calypso? You are also gonna get atmospheric pump built. We are making Penelope Star great again. I'm gonna install that terraforming core into the atmospheric pump on Hera. And since we have the money, I'm just gonna queue up the Stellar Shade as well. Oh, and we have an aggressive officer, a mercenary that we could grab on Trinakia. And I'm gonna assign him to Disco Elysium, our Climax class, the reworked Apogee. Yeah, you go in there. Bonus points if you manage not to destroy the ship. Now, let's go back to exploration. Actually, maybe not. We have a colony crisis shaping up again. Of course, it's these bastards. They're gonna be inspecting Trinakia now. And they don't appreciate my air course over there, do they? I'll show you what I think about you. Appreciate the fact that both of their Nibelungs are up front, which means we can just focus them nicely. Oh yeah, that one is already hurting. Istreza got it, and Istreza is getting that Dominator as well. Needless to say, I don't think I'm gonna be recovering any Nibelungs this time around. Let's be real, they can have them. I got my 1 trophy and that's enough for me. The rest of the Hegemony is not coming for a while, so yes, let's go explore for a bit. And down here, Hegemony actually has 2 new colonies. We're gonna check these out. Definitely a good place to repair if nothing else. And there does seem to be indeed nothing else in this system. I think we have found some more ruins. Oh, and we found logistics core for our centralized bureau. Don't we already have that? Yeah. We built that on Trinakia and we already have that item over there. You can only build 1 centralized bureau in a star system, so this item isn't really useful to us unless we go and colonize more systems. I mean, there are systems very close to Penelope Star we could colonize. Also, we are at war with Legion Infernalis, I believe, still, and they have taken all the Tritech stuff over here. Maybe you could take that back. That would definitely be an interesting way to expand our empire. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Speaking of things going wrong, there's a high-level beacon over here. And here are the remnants. They are protecting a jungle world here. And for that, they'll have to die. Their cruiser is already here. It's slightly overextending, one could say. And now it's gonna die. I would call that a good start to a battle. That is their second cruiser that is about to get wrecked. And that's gonna be the last one, I think. Now, can I check this jungle world? It's got only scattered ruins, but of course that's a class 5 survey data. And the scattered ruins had nothing special. Now I think we have to run before the bigger Ordos chase me down. In the meantime, Circle Star has actually grown to level 5, which means we can add another industry. And I was thinking, what if we do something that we haven't done before? And we build the salvage yards, which basically means that destroyed ships in the system are gonna be gathered over here and turned into scrap, I guess? Another planet over here with ruins. That unfortunately didn't have much for us. Now I see that Bloody Church decided to be sending another expedition, 2 fleets, to saturationally bombard Zethus. They're outmatched, so they'll probably be defeated. But before we kill them, there's a Remnant Nexus over here that I wanted to visit. Let's maybe go kill that, shall we? If we can get an Alpha Core out of it, that would be even better. Luckily, this is a battle station equivalent, so it's not that tough. Although I do see that my beamer there is getting beamed himself. But now my Ristreza is here, so together we can do great things. Although Ristreza did get hit a bit, got EMP'd in the front. Not even a problem, this thing is almost dead. And by almost dead, I mean it's dead. And yep, that is an Alpha Core for us. Luckily for us, the Hegemony have another colony nearby. Apparently it's called Bukake. Interesting choice for a name, let's be real. Who am I to judge what Hegemony is doing out here? Especially since they still have a weapons cache floating out here with a Kingslayer wing blueprint and a hull mod. And the atmospheric filter in Zethus has been completed, which means Zethus is no longer a toxic world, even though it kind of still looks toxic. It is now apparently a barren desert world. Our people, my alliance, wants peace with Diablo Avionics? I guess, sure. And since we are so peaceful, there's the Hegemony AI inspection. They are very strong and they're coming to Trinaka with 3 fleets. Also, Circle Star now completed salvage yards, so whenever we buzz down more ships, that should operate. Oh, look at that. I have found another mercenary officer that is steady. You know what? We're gonna grab her. Why not? And I took out this Pegasus from the storage because I really want to use a Pegasus. We haven't used one before, and this one's got some demods to repair, so we're gonna carry it around for a while. Hera has now also finished building the atmospheric pump here, and Stellar Shade has begun, for which we do have that one refractor core. And Calypso is building the atmospheric pump, for which we have the sublimator. Oh, Hegemony investigators. I would really appreciate if they could stop investigating us. We'll have to show them we are the bosses here. Also, it gives me an excuse to try out our Pegasus that we had in storage for ages, I think. It's got a shit ton of missiles, so it's definitely gonna be a great ship to have in our fleet. Oh yeah, look at the missiles come in. Oh, that's glorious to see. Well, my salvage yards are gonna have something to do now. The atmospheric pump on Boris is also completed, which makes Boris a desert planet and now has the habitable hazard. That also adds poor farmland, understandable, it's a desert. And we can build the cometary capture infrastructure over here now to bring in the water. It's gonna take a while, it's gonna cost us 600,000, but we're doing it. 2 years. And Boris is gonna have water. In the meantime, even though we have poor farmland, we actually have farmland now. I'm gonna build farming here. There's the Bloody Church. I almost forgot these guys were coming. But we get to see our new beamer fighting their big beamer. I wonder who's gonna win. Oh, look at all the missiles going there. Damn. That wasn't even close. That is one fleet dealt with. These guys are already fighting Cabal, I think. I guess I'm gonna let them. And we're gonna go look at Hegemony. Everybody's chasing the poor Hegemony down. Let me in on the fun, chief. That is a lot of fighters coming at me right now. Now I'm gonna let my fleet deal with the rest, while I personally deal with the problems on the sidelines. And the problems on the sidelines are not gonna survive for long. That's another fleet right there. Looks like a lot of my little ships are already there, which is gonna kind of complicate things for us, because I can basically only deploy 3 ships into this battle. But the good thing is all my little ships are probably gonna die soon, and then I'll be able to send in reinforcements. Actually, with the size of the swarm on my side, maybe I won't even need to, because combined, me and Ristreza can take out all of their big ships. You're gonna regret the day you try to mess up with the Empire of K. In hindsight, that's a very stupid name for an empire. I'm guessing this might be their last fleet. I'm gonna make sure this fleet doesn't survive for too long either. Oh, well, their onslaught already overloaded, which means the battle is basically done. I'm still in their 14 battle group Falcons. Oh, these guys also had an Atlas. I am still in their Atlas. Ah, there's another big fleet. I think that should really be the last one, right? And I do know that in between the church was fully defeated somewhere along the way. No idea exactly where that final battle was done, but yeah, it was done. There we go. AI inspection failed. Hegemony is coming straight up again. They are raiding with 5 fleets next, and they're also sending a vengeance fleet after my ass. And for some reason they're not happy. They're not satisfied with my actions. I do wonder why. So let's go visit Chicken. We haven't visited her in a while. And I see Chicken's got all the good stuff again. Atmospheric sublimator and the stellar reflector core. With that, we can now go over to Calypso and we can build the stellar shade over there as well. Alos has also grown to level 6, which means we can build the final industry. And since we don't really have anything special to build on a gas giant, why don't we upgrade the variable assembler to a variable manufactory, which is an industry slot, and we haven't actually built that anywhere before. So let's go. Then I think it's time we tackle our most expensive project so far. Ismara, on complete edge of our system with 275% hazard rating. This is going to be the toughest so far. Let's establish a colony. I feel like it's gonna cost us a bit every month. Oh, this is actually awesome. We can build the water transport infrastructure over here on this planet. Since I guess it's a methane continental world, there's like frozen ice here, at which point then we could transfer all that water to barren places or desert places like Boris and Zuthus. Yeah, I think that's gonna be our first course of action over here. Water transport system queued up. And then later on we can work on all the other things. Now we know that the Hegemony forces are gonna be coming very soon. Looks like they're already fighting some convoys there. Our first fight is going to be against 2 fleets at the same time. And if I could recover their fleet carrier over here, I actually wouldn't mind that ship. I am also trying out the 2 Neo Falcons just to see how they perform in combat, because who doesn't love the irony of using the Hegemony ships against their own fleet, right? Even though I see one of my Falcons is overloading now, that one has an aggressive mercenary officer. Oh yeah, not doing so good, is he? In fact, he got a Reaper to his face. I believe that was our only casualty though. And these bastards are now pursuing my mercantile convoys. Oh, no, no, no. They will pay for trying to take down my convoys. Mother Streza is pushing their onslaught. I have to go help there because that thing's got a lot of Reapers. But us two together, we have more firepower than it can deal. Or I guess it can deal with. That's what you get. Hegemony raid failed. I also stole another super freighter from the Hegemony. We have 2 now, which I think means that we're gonna store the smaller ones. I just remembered that ages ago we built an embassy on Ithaca. Let's go find an ambassador, shall we? Since we are allied with Persian League and Reuter Union, maybe we should get a Persian League representative, because we already have the Reuters in the Reuter dives that we built. Before we go there, let's stop at Chickens. And Chickens got another stellar reflector core. I think we need another stellar reflector core. I'll grab it. You know what, Chicken? Give me the M-Brain oscillator core. That's for the gravity stuff. It's gonna cost us 900,000. Look, if you want to build an empire, you gotta spend some money. There you go. I found Zun Mesic, an ambassador on Kazaron, and we're gonna grab him. Let's get Zun Mesic in here. There he is. This is gonna improve relations with Persian League. Alos actually managed to finish the variable manufacturing where we are producing marines, but what if instead we install the conflict packages, which makes us marines and heavy armaments? We actually have a lot of marines already produced over here. We're gonna need heavy armaments if we are indeed ever to go after Legio Infernalis over here. But before we do that, there's one more thing we gotta do in our own system. The last planet in the system that we haven't colonized yet. It is a pretty horrible planet. 250% hazard. The volatiles here are diffused, so we don't have any bonuses for mining here. And then I assign Emma, our new level 2 administrator, over on Telepilus. By the way, Boris in the meantime did build cometary capture infrastructure, so it's gonna be having some water in like 2 years. Look at that, Hegemony One Piece. You know what? I'll accept that. We beat them up a couple of times, sure. In the meantime, water transport infrastructure has been built at Ismara, and now whenever the extreme cold is dealt with on Zetas, we should be able to bring water here. Actually, I could even build the water capture infrastructure in 20 days for 25,000 on Boris. You know what? Let's do it, even though we have the commentary thing. But now the real thing we've all been waiting for. There are 6 days left on the climate sculpting project. It's gonna be done soon. And of course, Luddic Church has to instantly go and ruin my celebration. And same for the Hegemony investigators, who will now have to kill, unfortunately. I mean, unfortunate for them. Just as we declared peace between our two factions. Not what I wanted, not what they wanted, probably. And there it is, climate sculpting project completed. We now have a mild climate, minus 25% hazard rating for that as well, which brings it down to 50% only. This is a beautiful world if we ignore all the shortages that are happening right now. Truly a true paradise. Also, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to upgrade my heavy industry to orbital works. I could have done that ages ago. I am full. Oh, look, Hegemony is causing issues again. They're gonna come and blockade my place? They're bringing 9 fleets. But of course they're bringing 9 fleets. Why wouldn't they bring 9 fleets? Worry not, I will deal with all of them. We have a vote for a war between Legio and Persian League. If we join on this, that gives us an option to then go take care of those Legio Infernalis places that are very nearby. Yes, we're gonna vote yes. We have Hegemony blockade incoming, and we have the Luddic Church expedition incoming. So Boris really doesn't need the cometary capture infrastructure. We're gonna just shut this down, and we're gonna get 40% of our money back. I'll take that. And Zethus is now at 75% desert world. That's actually pretty amazing. Over here, we can also build a water capture infrastructure, and it's gonna take only 20 days, so I'm gonna do that. And you know what? Then we might as well queue up farming. And then we're gonna request a defense fleet from Persian League to come defend Ithaca if we need to. Perfect, they're gonna come in 77 days, while the Hegemony is arriving in 74 days. That works well. So now let's go to war. Penelope Star was now well on its way to becoming a host to many Terran planets, full of life-giving waters and happy people. But in the systems surrounding Penelope Star, there lived many unhappy people, angry people, bent on destroying what they couldn't have. It was only appropriate for the Empire of K to spread its borders and extend a helping hand to those less fortunate. And if those less fortunate refused the helping hand, then said hand would have no choice but to turn into an iron fist.